welcome to Bodymind Bellydance. My name's Lauren and today I'm going to be guiding you through a somatic belly dance practice, focusing on the chest, getting into a flow state using some belly dance techniques such as chest lifts and drops, chest circles, and also exploring the theme of opening the heart. Because when we move through the world with an open heart, it means that we can better connect with other people, with the world around us, and most importantly, we can connect better with ourselves. Okay, so I invite you to lie down for the beginning of this practice. You don't have to if you don't want to, you can remain seated. But for one of the breathing techniques that we're going to do, it's easier to do it lying down. Okay, so just get yourself comfortable. And you might want to close down your eyes for this. We're going to start by taking a deep breath in through the nose, really filling up the belly with air, and then exhaling with an open mouth. Now, we're going to bring our awareness to the heart. So you might find this easier if you place your hands on your heart, on the center of your chest. You might want to use just one hand or both hands, it's up to you. And we're going to continue with this deep breathing. We're going to imagine, we're going to visualize the air flowing into the heart space. So as we breathe in, feel the chest expanding, and the air flowing into the heart. And then as we exhale, you can feel the heart sinking into the ground, and the air flowing out of the heart. Continue with this breath. And maybe start to notice parts of your body that are making contact with the ground. And see if you can allow yourself to sink a little bit deeper into the earth. With each breath, allowing the heart to sink deeper into the ground. Now we can begin to bring our awareness to any sensations in the heart space. You might notice some tension, some tightness. You might feel quite expansive. You might find that your heart beating really fast. Maybe there's some stress there that's trying to move through it. Maybe some excitement. You might find that your heart is beating quite slowly, is feeling relaxed. Whatever sensations are there, just allow yourself to be with those sensations. Allow yourself to feel whatever it is your body wants you to feel right now. Even if those feelings are painful, try not to run away from them. Try not to judge them. Just observe them with compassion. As we continue to breathe deeply, you can visualize your heart as an infinite well. We're going to fill that well up with love for ourselves, so when we fill ourselves with love, we can then share that love with all of the living beings around us. You notice any blockages, any areas of tension. See if you can breathe into these areas. See if you can allow yourself to sink into the feelings. And if the mind starts to wander, you get lots of thoughts coming in, distracting you. Try not to judge yourself. Try to bring your awareness back into the body and back into the heart. Now we're going to set an intention for this practice. And that intention is to open our hearts. And we do that by feeling into whatever is there with compassion and love. Now we're going to start our first breathing practice, which is a 3-part breath. And this is actually really good for preparing the body for belly dance, because it helps the body with isolations, because we're going to isolate 3 different parts of the body during this breath. And this first breath is a relaxing breath. It's going to help us to feel safe and grounded in our body before we start the activating breath, which is going to maybe trigger some uncomfortable emotions and sensations in the body. Okay, so you might find it helpful to place one hand on the belly and one hand on the chest for this breath. And as I said, it's a 3-part breath, which means we're going to take 3 breaths in for the inhale. The inhale is going to be split into 3 parts, and then the exhale is also going to be split into 3 parts. So first we're going to breathe into the belly, and then we're going to breathe into the lower chest, and then for the last sip of air we're going to breathe into the upper chest all the way up to the collarbone or the clavicle. And then as we exhale, we're going to do the opposite. So we're going to let some air out of the upper chest, out of the clavicle. Then some air out of the lower chest, the rib cage. And then finally, we're going to let the remaining air out of the belly. We're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. This three-part breath. And we're going to do 10 rounds of this. Okay? So we're going to go belly, chest, clavicle, clavicle, chest, belly, belly, chest, clavicle, clavicle, chest, belly. Continue with this breath in your own time. Now we're going to return to the normal breath, your regular way of breathing, just allowing the breath to return to its natural rhythm. Now, try not to worry if you found that difficult. Try not to judge yourself. It is quite a difficult breath to learn initially. It requires a lot of focus, and it can be quite challenging at first to isolate these different parts of the body. But the more you practice it, the easier it will become, and the more useful it will become for your belly dance practice. So I'd really recommend doing this breath, particularly before bed, as it relaxes the nervous system. So that is something that you might want to introduce to your daily practice. Okay, now we're going to start the activating breath. And we're going to stay lying down for this, just because the breath that we're going to do is chest breathing. So we're not breathing deeply into the belly. We're doing a more shallow breath, just focusing on expanding the chest. But we're going to lie down for this because it might bring up some tingling sensations, particularly in the hands, potentially some dizziness. So it will help us to feel a little bit safer and more grounded if we stay lying down. Okay, and for this breath, we're going to breathe in through the nose and then out through the mouth. We're just going to focus on breathing in and out of the chest with our awareness remaining on the heart space. So you might want to place your hands on your chest for this. You might want to just place one hand on the chest, one hand on the ground to help you feel grounded. And we're going to do 30 breaths. It's going to be quite fast. Remember, you are in control here, so you don't have to do anything that I suggest. You can return to your natural breath at any time, but the more you follow the instructions, the more it is likely to bring up emotions and maybe some uncomfortable sensations in the body for us to work through, for us to complete cycles of emotions. Emotions are just energy in motion, and so in order to release those emotions, we need to really feel into them and then move through them. Okay, so we're going to begin. We're going to do this for 30 breaths. Hold the breath. Feel into any sensations in the chest, in the heart. Allow yourself to feel any sensations, any tingling, any feelings in the chest, in the heart, any pain, any heartache, any discomfort. When you feel ready to release the breath and breathe out. And as you breathe out, really allow yourself to sink into the ground, feeling the back of the heart space, sinking into the earth, releasing any pain, any tension, any emotions want to be felt. We're going to start to wiggle the fingers and the toes a little bit, bringing some movement back into the body. Returning to the natural rhythm of the breath. You might like to bring your arms above your head. A deep breath in, allowing yourself to stretch into any tension. Planting your feet firmly on the ground, feeling the contact between the feet and the earth. And then you can bring your knees in towards your chest, clasping the hands underneath the knees. Slowly start to rock from one side to the other, feeling into any tension in the back of the chest, into the shoulder blades. And then if this feels comfortable for you, you're going to start to rock forwards and backwards until we eventually come up into a seated position. For this next part, you can either onto your knees, or you can sit with your legs crossed or on a chair, whatever feels more comfortable for you. Just take a moment to breathe into this new seated position, allowing any tingling in the body to just be, just exist. You don't need to change anything right now. You just need to witness it and feel it as best as we can. As we inhale deeply into the nose, we're going to bring the arms above the head, and as we exhale, we're going to bring the arms into a cactus position and squeeze the shoulder blades together. You might want to do a little twist. Bring the arms down. Again, we're going to inhale into the heart space. Exhale into cactus arms. Squeeze the shoulders together. And any micro movements you need, release any tension. One more time. Inhale into the heart space. Exhale, cactus arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Bring the hands down onto the knees. And for this next breath, we're going to push chest forward, using the hands to help us. We lean into this stretch. Now arch the back, squeeze the shoulder blades. As we exhale, we're going to push the chest backwards, arching the back in the opposite direction, bring the shoulders forward. Inhale, push forward. Exhale, lengthen the chest. Exhale, contract. One more time, inhale. The chest, breathe into any discomfort. Exhale, contract. Now lengthen the spine. Roll the shoulders back. And for this next movement, it is a belly dance technique called chest lifts and drops. So we can put our hands on our arms in a belly dancing posture for this if we want to, or you can just keep your hands at your side or on your knees, or maybe even on your chest. Keep your focus on the heart space, and we're going to lift the chest up towards the sky, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and then as we exhale, we're going to drop the chest. Okay, so we're squeezing, we're contracting those muscles, and then we are relaxing and allowing the chest to drop. Okay, so we're going to do a few of these, and as we inhale, I want you to really feel into any sensations in the chest, and then as you relax, just allow them to wash over you like a wave. So inhale, exhale, drop. Inhale, lift, exhale, drop. Inhale, lift, exhale, drop. Now for this next movement, we're going to do the same thing with the lift, but as we drop the chest, we're going to drop it in 2 stages. So we're going to bring our exhale into 2 parts. Inhale, lift the chest, and then exhale, drop, drop. Okay. Inhale, lift, exhale, drop, drop. One more time. Inhale, lift, exhale, drop, drop. Now we're going to do some chest slides. So we're going to focus on isolating the chest. We're going to lean into any feelings in each direction of the chest. So first we're going to inhale and we're going to lean our chest to the side. Now this movement is actually all in the abdomen and the rib cage. We're going to use our rib cage to slide the chest over to the left hand side, really feeling into any tension. Then we're going to move it to the front. We're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together to move the chest to the front. We're going to slide to the right, and then we're going to move back. Okay. So again, you can keep your hands on the knees for this, or you can do a belly dance posture. You go left, front, side, back. Left, front, side, side, back. And then we can put those movements all together to make one big chest circle. Okay, so we're using the rib cage to draw a big circle with our chest. We're feeling into each movement, particular focus on the heart. See if you can lean into this movement a little bit more. See if you can make this circle a little bit bigger. Really feel into any tension. Remembering to breathe deeply through the nose. We're going to start to spiral circle inwards. So gradually making the circle smaller and smaller, creating a spiral with our bodies. See how small you can make this circle. Really focusing on every tiny movement in the chest. And continue to spiral until you eventually come back to center. And we're going to take it in the opposite direction. We're going to slide to the right, the front, the left, the back. Again, see how big you can make this circle. Going in the opposite direction. See how this side might feel different to the other side. Just notice how it feels for your body to be moving in this anti-clockwise direction. If you bring up any different feelings. And we're going to start to make that circle smaller, gradually spiraling back into the center. Using the rib cage, make these tiny circles with the chest. Until we eventually come back to center. Deep breath in. Just notice any feelings in the body, any feelings in the heart. For this last minute or so, we're going to just allow ourselves to flow with any emotions that come up, with our attention and our awareness remaining on the heart, on the chest. Using these movements that we've learnt today, the chest, you might want to bring your arms into it. You might want to change the direction, the chest circle. Change the size of the circle. And to use the shoulders, help you create this circle. You can use any of the moves from today, from my previous practices, and the shoulders. You can also add in your own movements. There's no right or wrong. This is your time to be present with your body and allow it to move in whatever way you feel it needs to. This last few moments of the practice, really release anything that you feel needs to be released. The last time, just spiral the chest into the center. Until we come to stillness. I invite you to take a deep breath, place the hands on the heart, and take a moment to thank yourself for showing up today, thanking your body for the wisdom that it carries, for the movements that it allows you to do, the feelings it allows you to feel. Really thank your heart for beating, for keeping you alive, for allowing you to feel all of this love, which you can now radiate out to the rest of the world, the rest of your day. Thank you for joining me.